Well, this is the 4th day I've come out to try to film this, or it's been too cold and my phone dies like about every minute. Literally, I put it down for a minute and it dies. So I'm just gonna make this real brief. So I wanted to show you what I meant, but it's just so cold. So these are the 3 blades that I compared in the past video in the spring or summer or something. You know, the Finn Wolf blade was a little too thin, the steel's a little too soft, but it's a great knife. The Scandinavian Grind is one of my favorites. Big addition with the Snaggletooth. I love this, but it remains an EDC. Less in the woods. Rarely do I take it into the woods. Ultimate Hunter, great knife. My favorite steel, which is CTS XHP, also has the Snaggletooth, has made it a wonderful knife. I love that there's no features here. It's a nice smooth handle. I've sanded them out a little bit, but I really like the handle on this and the steel. It's very, very sharp, keeps an edge a long time, hits the fire steel really well. This knife overall is a huge win for me, but when it comes down to the handle, the Bushranger definitely has the advantage. It's an awesome handle. It feels great in most positions. I don't love the pocket clip. I wish they could do something different with that. I saw some new technology where you push the pocket clip in and then push it back out to use it. That seems like something Cold Steel should invest in. The grind itself is pretty good, but the blade thickness is a little too much. It's a little too much, so I did thin this, blade down quite a bit on the work sharp and get to a tighter edge. It's almost like a micro Scandi, if you look at it that way. I love the clip point on this blade. It's one of my favorite features of the knife. When I'm plowing through wood with this knife, I don't get fatigue as quickly as I do with the other blades, which is kind of the main point. I want something that works really well with gloves in the winter. Obviously, when it's 20, 30, 40 below, you got to have some gloves on. And this knife, I can wear gloves and grip it really well. The blade steel is hard enough, it's good enough that it doesn't bend like the Finn Wolf does. That does get a little bendy, but it's also tough enough that it doesn't chip. The CTS XHP, honestly, it does chip a little bit when you hit some stuff, so S35 is a great choice as an in-betweener blade. This is my most recommended folding knife. If you can only have one, this is the go-to. This is what I would tell people. It's got a fast deployment, so if you were thinking a backup defensive blade, okay, whatever. I'm not really into that, but this definitely would do the trick. It's got a great clip point. It's a great stabby point. It's very strong. It's the strongest mechanism. In fact, as far as triad locks go, this is one of the strongest in the Bushranger. The contours of the handle, although I wish this wasn't here, I can still move my hand up, choke up a little bit, grip it, and I have large to extra large size hands, and this does the trick. It's very, very good. I smoothed out the innards. I don't find any looseness in the tolerances. It's a great blade overall, but of course, as I've said in the past, they don't replace a fixed blade. This is my go-to recommendation for a fixed blade. So somebody's just getting into blades, or they just need a good outdoor knife, and I'm kind of perceiving that the things they're going to do a Scandi would be more advantageous for them. I recommend this. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's very lightweight. You're probably not going to break it because I've beat the tar out of this thing. I really like this knife. The thinness of the contour, I've gotten used to that over time. I know that's weird for some people, but it splits wood well. It does carving tasks really well. It keeps a very keen edge. Easy to resharpen for a newbie, but even for somebody who's been in the woods their whole life like me. I really appreciate the handle, although I wish it was thicker here. And it's a great blade. So overall, I guess the point I'm trying to get across is this is a for sure buy. I love this knife. It does well in everything that it does, especially considering it's a folding knife. It does not replace, however, a fixed blade. Just can't do it. And so when it comes to heading out in the woods, if I have a choice, I'm going to take the fixed blade with, obviously. I love a good fixed blade. And this Mora knife has been tough as nails. The handle has been pretty comfortable. I wish it was thicker, but it's been pretty comfortable. And if I just have this on me and I'm heading out for a day or something like that, I think I get by pretty well. It's a good blade. Overall, I think you should buy them both. I'm not a huge gear snob. Like, I don't think you should buy a bunch of crap because you'll never use it. But if you're only going to have a few things, it might as well be these right here. Cold Steel Bushranger, huge thumbs up. Favorite folding knife. Mora Consbull. Excellent beginner blade. Pretty good overall knife for anybody who just kind of needs a beater. That's what it is for me. But I still recommend the Ultimate Hunter really good knife, especially if you can find them in CTS XHP. I think it's worth it. Find that thing, buy it in that steel. And for some reason, I can never get rid of this. The Finwolf is still a great knife. It's kind of the beater version. It reminds me a lot of the Consbull. It's kind of the beater version of a folding knife that I carry sometimes, and a great EDC blade. So, thanks guys for subscribing to Gun Tote Minnesotan. Head over and like my Facebook. I post a lot of deals on there and random things that I don't think you're going to find from other channels or Facebooks. And I have a review coming up from Titan Great Outdoors. They have some really awesome products. The lowest prices for shooting steel targets is going to be that company. I'm very, very happy to give you my results on that. But I need a little more time because it's been really cold and I got to get some more footage. So I got to go inside. I'm freezing. Later, guys.